So when she's like, okay, this is what we're gonna do, because I was telling her I need to leave, I need to figure out something, but I can't. I don't want to be with him. Now I have to find somewhere else to go. All this stuff. So she was like, why don't you just come to Fort Myers? Because once we moved out of Tampa, we started thriving. We started doing better. So I was like, she was like, so what? Since they're going back home that week, she's gonna slide through Tampa. They needed to get through Tampa to get to back to their house. So she's gonna pick up the kids, and when I get off of work, grab what I need to grab, and then head to Fort Myers. And I kept asking her, "Are you sure? Are you sure about this?" And she was like, "Yeah." At that time, I think either she was on the phone with Nixon or Nixon was with her that day. And he was like, "Yeah, it's okay for her to come," because they had gone through their little spill that year that we were. So at first, they wasn't gonna let nobody stay with them because of the turmoil that they had to go through with my best friend's mom, and then his Nixon's sister, what they did to her and her kids. It was just like, but with me, they knew like my situation. So I end up dropping the two oldest kids to school. Then I go to work. So we had an hour lunch break. So when I get on the hour lunch break, cause at this I get off I got off the morning job early, and so I go to the apartment. So I knew like during my lunchtime that's what I was gonna do everything. But before I go to the customer service job, I stop at the apartment. And when I get into the apartment, nobody's there. But when I tell you, this dude put holes all in my kids' room, all in the living room, all in my room, in the kitchen. He was just busting up the place, putting holes all through the apartment. And I was so blown. I was so blown. So I was like, yeah, during my lunchtime, I'm going to go get a U-Haul and I'm going to just take whatever I can. That's exactly what I did. I still went to the customer service job. When it got my lunchtime, um, me and Jolene met up. I already had the two oldest kids. They went. No, actually, I told my best friend what was gonna about to happen, what everything that happened the next day, and all that other stuff. And then she was like, "Why don't she keep my my oldest daughter? That way, if I told her because I'm coming back, but I need time to like find a place and find another job because I need to get away. Like now you're directing your anger towards my children, and I don't know how far you're willing to go. If you're not putting your hands on me anymore, which you was still in that, he was close to putting his hands on me. Now you're close to putting your hands on my child because you wanted some weed. I can't put my children in that situation or whatever." So she was like, she'll take my oldest, um, because that was her heart or whatever. Not saying that none of my other kids she didn't love, but that was her goddaughter. So she's like, just to make sure I come back to Tampa, she wants to keep my oldest daughter until I could get my foot back in the door, get another job, get another place, and I'll come back. So I said, okay. So once on my lunch break, I went back, got a U-Haul, got all my stuff, got a storage place, put all my stuff in the storage, and